to my channel. So today I've got a long overdue update, and I figured that I would do this update whilst I get ready. Now I've got a few disclaimers. I live in a three-story house and it's very, very hot here in the UK at the moment, so I'm going to be leaving my fan on, and I've got my window slightly open, so there might be like bird sound or nature sound. I hope that's not too bad for you. So if it gets too noisy, I will of course close the window, but which means that I might get really hot. Okay, so I've closed the window, and also I've got my little clip-on mic, and I don't think it's very good at picking like whispers and stuff, so I'm gonna go between whisper and soft-spoken. So like I said, it's very, very hot here, and I'm not gonna put like a full face of makeup. I wasn't gonna put makeup on today, to be honest, but I'm going to do a role play after this video, and as I keep saying to my French community, I find it very hard to come on camera with no makeup. This is not my temperament, and that's why probably my channel didn't thrive for years, because I would rather not do a video than coming on with no makeup. But I'm getting there. I literally have nothing on my face, just a little bit of my eyebrow, and I'm going to show you what I put this morning. So I toned with this Nivea refreshing toner, and it smells very, very nice. And then I applied one of my favorite cream, which is the Nivea Q10 anti-wrinkle cream. So I've pinned back my hair, and I'm going to put just a little bit of a primer, and I like this one because it gives you a healthy glows, and it's pore minimizing, and it's also extra cheap. So it's the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer Healthy Glow with Vitamin and Cranberry Complex. And I really don't use a lot. Just dot it around my face. If I look down, my mirror is over here. So I'm just gonna and as I'm getting ready, I mean, this is not going to be a tutorial or anything. I just figured as I'm getting ready, I'm going to give you some of my update. I'm going to do an update instead of like tutorial, so I'm going to let you know what's been going on. Okay, so I've got a couple of questions I just wanted to reply throughout this video. I'm applying a BB cream today. I'm not going to have foundation. It's just far too hot for that. So that's the Maybelline BB Fresh Cream in light skin. So just get this, pop it all over my face. I mean, it looks quite orange, but as you blend it out, it seems to soak in better. Right, so first of all, okay guys, so I'm going to explain where I've been. Basically, I've been unwell in bed at home most of the time. It's been going on since last June. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a break from the makeup and really have a sit down chat, and then when I move on to less serious subject I will just carry on with my makeup. So just first of all I wanted to apologize for the lack of videos, and I know I've been uploading videos in French as well, but that's been completely out of schedule, and my latest video was explaining in French what's been going on. Basically since June last year I was a victim of quite bad aggression. I was assaulted when I was out, and even at the time when I was attacked I already started having like a few weird symptoms. I kept having recurrent eye infection, like I had a mini cyst and I had drops and things like that. I just felt like my immune system was really weak. But anyway, so yeah, I was victim of quite a serious attack, and with me, when I go for a very stressful event I tend to get like a 3-month sort of gap, and that stress will show up or trigger in different ways. So for me, I suffer with an autoimmune disease since I was the age of 15. I was a very active, not healthy child. I had a lot of stomach issue. I kept complaining to my parents, to the teachers about stomach problems. I used to have very bad nosebleed where I had to like miss school because it would just like drip all over. It was very, very scary, and but yeah, in the meantime we moved to England and I kept having stomach issues. They just put it down as stress or anxiety or IBS. That's what I was told for many years, until one morning when I was 15 on my way to school I got attacked. Yeah, same thing. Somebody tried to grab me from a car, and again that was in March, and in June of that year I had brain injury. I had quite a bad stroke, so I had lesion affecting all the right side of my brain, which left me with some problem on my left side, because apparently when you have problem with your brain, like injury, scars or whatever, the opposite affects the opposite or something. But anyway, and so they thought this could have been linked to an infection. They weren't too sure, and that's when I had quite a lot of blood tests. I was in hospital for 3 months, and they were in between MS and autoimmune disease, so it took quite a long time to get a diagnosis, but eventually I was diagnosed with SLE, which is systemic lupus erythematosus, and I also had the blood clotting disorder that goes with it, so I have very sticky blood. So I've gone through years of going like on anticoagulant throughout my pregnancies. I had to inject twice a day for anticoagulant, and then they moved me to like tablets which I had to be monitored for weekly. That was just such a hassle, and then the aspirin, which I think completely like damaged my gut, to be honest. So yeah, I've been ill for half of my life, and it hasn't been easy, but it's made me the person that I am today. I felt like I was getting back on track last year. If you followed my channel, some of you may have followed my personal channel, you know, quite a rough last few years, and no, this happened last June, and in September I started feeling very unwell. So it would start with like my stomach turning, like anxiety, so I put it down to PTSD, because obviously I had it before, I know what it was like. It was pretty much the same. The symptoms started getting worse, so it would be like once a month attack, I would call it, like panic attack, and then like my stomach would turn, and then it just turned into waking up feeling sick, being sick, like morning sickness. So obviously I wasn't pregnant, and I was so scared to go and get like a medical exam. I left it, and unfortunately I may have done some damage. So what it's coming down to now is they think I may have Crohn's disease, which you can get even if you have another autoimmune disease. They go all hand in hand together. So I'm going to go through a battery of tests in the next couple of months. I may even go for surgery, I'm not sure yet, but I'm due also to get a laparoscopy because they believe I may have endometriosis as well, because that's why it's been so difficult to like try and figure out what it is, because I thought it was hormonal, I thought it was gynecology, because the attack seems to be triggered around my period, and then that kind of went away, because at one point I was ill every single day, and as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see yet, I've lost a lot of weight. It's come to the point now I'm scared to eat almost, because this acute attack would start at night, and I know why now. The gastro and things have explained that it's, you know, inflammation of your intestine and you're more likely to feel ill at night. So at one point I went 3 weeks without hardly any sleep, and I took a video of what I looked like, and I wish I could show you, but I don't have the guts to. I was just exhausted, and I decided to make drastic changes before before all my next steps, so I can say to my gastro and my gynae, this is what I've done, this is what I'm taking, this is, you know. So what I've done is I've stopped all carbonated drinks. I used to drink Pepsi Max every day for like 15 years. I've stopped. It's been 3 weeks now. I haven't had a single carbonated drink. I've stopped all aspartame and sweeteners. I've also stopped all gluten, wheat, and I took all the dairy out of my diet as well. And it's day 4. I mean, it's been about 3 weeks now, and it's like day 3 or 4 where I've been feeling kind of stable. But I'm also on a treatment of prednisolone at the moment, which is steroids to calm down the inflammation. So in my videos you might see me like bigger sometimes or smaller, but basically it's the treatment I'm on at the moment. I've also started to take like vitamin B, biotin, probiotic. I'm really trying to live a very, very healthy, like minimum sugar, and I think I'm starting to feel a difference. I've upped my water intake to 2 litre. But yeah, it's just every night I go to bed scared to have one of those attacks. And guys, I've been through some awful stuff in my life, but I've never ever felt so sick to my stomach ever. It was to the point where I just couldn't even face people talking to me. It would just make me throw up. I was that ill. I've decided to also cut out a huge amount of stress in my life, which is not easy at all, especially when you have children, a house to run, you know, things to do. And for that reason, me and Adam have decided to separate. It was more my decision. I just don't feel supported, comforted by Adam. It's always been a problem, but you know, I'm not going to go into too much details, but I think the decision is wiser for everybody, and I already feel like a weight has been lifted, because in the whole year that I've been ill, it's been unfortunately me on my alone in bed, trying to cope. So I know he has to work, but you know, sometimes family also comes first, and I don't think he ever got that, and I think it was really stressful for him as well. I just don't like demanding anything, and for me to demand affection or comfort or support when I need it the most is just not my idea of a relationship. So like I said, it's quite a lot of changes, and that's one of the reasons why my else life has now been taken down. I'm starting a new life, a new me. I'm going to concentrate on me and my little princesses. They deserve to, you know, have an amazing, happy future. So at the moment, nothing's going to change drastically. I'm still staying in this house, which is really nice, and I'm going to continue doing videos. I hope you can help me to achieve my dream in building my channel, and you can follow my journey if you like this sort of video. Sit down, chatty type of video, then let me know and I'll carry on doing them. So I'm just going to carry on just putting a little bit of makeup now. I've given you like the run through. So for me it's really about concentrating on my YouTube now and making something of myself, maybe start a little business or something like that. But you know, we met young. I was only 16 when I met Adam. I had only been ill, like I explained to you at the beginning, so I was vulnerable and on quite a strong treatment at the time. And you know, people change. It doesn't mean that I have respect for him, and he's always going to be part of my life because we share the two most amazing little girls I could ask for. So for me, he's always going to be part of my life, and we're always going to have a connection. I just don't feel, first of all, the connection is mutual, like him to me, because I know that, you know, if he cared and loved me as much as I did with him, I would have got a lot more support. But just setting my under eyes. I've got quite a lot of bags. I don't know if it's a bit blurry. So as really weird as that sounds, I haven't been with another person in like 14 years. Which is quite daunting for me, but it's not what I'm looking for at the moment. I just want to concentrate on my little girls and do lots of fun activity and just enjoy myself and have fun, and possibly come and meet you, you know, do a meet and greet or something like that. I'd love that. That would be just like my dream. I'm just going to put a little bit of bronzing powder. Like I said, I'm not going to do a lot. This is the Back to Bronze from L'Oreal. Just a very light subtle makeup today. Also, if you're wondering, I've got massive bruises where I was in the hospital. I collapsed and they had to grab me from the underarm, so I completely bruised. Okay guys, well this is it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if this brings some bad news to you, but I'm going to try my best to carry on doing content. I would just like my English speaking audience to go up a little bit, because I could show you now my audience is mainly France. It's French speakers is like 76%, and I would really like for 2018 to kind of like do it 50-50, so England, France on the same level. So only you can help with that by subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting on my channel. You do such a good job already and I can't thank you enough. So watch this space, guys. Watch me completely change. You've known me sort of as the same person in 7 years. Things are changing from here. So yeah, thank you for your support and I'll see you soon.